the fuck was these people supposed to go to? You can't go to the boss because the boss is fucking you. And the boss's boss don't give no fuck. Can't go to the authorities. They're all bought and paid for. You could try to get a special prosecutor, but they'll just pay somebody to reassign him to another case. Where the fuck you go?
Y'all, it finally happened. And it's even worse than we imagined. Katt Williams just did the unthinkable. He leaked a bombshell video that has the entire industry in panic mode. And at the center of it all, Jay-Z, yes, Hav himself. According to Katt, this isn't just about music. This isn't petty beef or clout chasing. This is about witness tampering, silencing voices, and a long-hidden truth that might finally connect. Jay-Z to Diddy's darkest secrets. In this leaked footage, allegedly filmed in a private suite, Jay-Z is seen and heard issuing veiled threats to key witnesses involved in Diddy's ongoing legal chaos. And the voice, clear the message, chilling the motive, pure protection. But why would Jay risk everything for Diddy? Is he just a loyal friend or something far more sinister? Could Jay-Z actually be Diddy's behind-the-scenes fixer? Insiders say this clip could lead to a federal investigation, and people close to the case are terrified of what might come next if true. This could destroy reputations, empires, and entire music legacies. And trust me, you haven't even heard the worst part. Let's start with how Katt got the footage, and why Jay-Z is suddenly silent to understand how we got here. How Jay-Z, one of the most powerful names in hip-hop, ended up caught in a scandal this massive. We have to rewind. Back to when the whispers were just rumors. Back to when Katt Williams started sounding the alarm. For years, Katt has claimed that the entertainment industry is not what it seems. He's hinted at secret societies, pay-to-play schemes, dark favors, and powerful men moving like mob bosses behind the glitz and glamour. People called him crazy, unhinged, bitter. But now, the receipts are coming out. And the first name on the chopping block is Sean Jay-Z Carter. Let's be clear, Jay-Z's connection to Diddy runs deep. Back in the early 2000s, they were rivals, competing for radio time, awards, and influence. But something changed around 2009. Suddenly, the competition stopped, and a strange silence began. They were spotted at parties together, always behind the scenes. Jay stopped addressing Diddy publicly. Diddy stopped taking subtle jabs in interviews, and then came the rumors that Jay had become more than an ally, that he had become a protector, a cleaner, a fixer. Now fast forward to 2023 to 2024. Diddy's empire is imploding. The lawsuits, the accusations, the ex-assistants coming forward, the secret footage. And now the feds are watching. But until now, Jay-Z's name has remained untouched. Until Katt Williams stepped back into the spotlight. Remember that now infamous interview where Katt claimed, "There are people in this industry that don't rap, don't act, but control everything you see in. They'll ruin you if you speak out." Well, sources say that interview wasn't just a warning, it was a setup. Katt already had the video back then. He just hadn't released it, so how did he get it? According to insiders, a former security contractor for a major music label now, working anonymously with a journalist, team leaked a drive containing multiple surveillance clips, phone audio and text screenshots, and the most damning file, a grainy video dated February 2024. Location, a luxury hotel suite in Midtown Manhattan. People present, witnesses in a federal civil case against Diddy. And one very familiar voice off camera, Jay-Z. In the clip, you hear the door close, footsteps, a pause, and then the voice low, calm, deliberate. "Y'all think you're about to bring a king down? You better think carefully." Testifying against certain people comes with consequences, not threats. Just outcomes. Chills. The two people in the room remain silent. One looks visibly shaken. Then Jay's voice again. Say what you gotta say, but remember who's listening. The video ends. No violence, no yelling. It's pure, calculated pressure. And when Katt saw it, he knew he couldn't stay silent anymore. This wasn't just Diddy drama. This was a cover-up at the highest level. Katt took to social media immediately, posting a blurred still from the video and writing, "Y'all thought it was just Puffy. It's a whole chain of command." The post was deleted within minutes, but not before the blogs got it. And just like that, the narrative flipped. Jay-Z, the billionaire, the mogul, the husband of Beyoncé, was no longer seen as distant from the drama. He was suddenly at the center of it, and while his legal team rushed to scrub the clip from every platform, Katt wasn't. Done, he posted again. "When you see how far they'll go to protect the empire, you'll understand why most artists never speak." And then came the real shocker. A report from a federal paralegal leaked online showing that 2 witnesses in the Diddy case had suddenly recanted their statements the day after the video's recorded date. The timing. Too perfect. So now the question isn't whether Jay-Z threatened witnesses. The question is, was Jay-Z sent to protect Diddy? And if so, how long has he been cleaning up behind the scenes? Once the leaked video started making its rounds, first on underground blogs, then bootleg Telegram channels, Jay-Z's world moved into full lockdown. His lawyers fired off cease and desist orders like confetti. Any blog that posted the footage got takedowns within minutes. YouTube channels vanished. Twitter pages were mysteriously suspended. But Katt Williams, he wasn't scared. He went louder. During a now viral live stream, Katt looked directly into the camera and said, "I told y'all I was holding the tape. Now you see it? Now you understand. This ain't about clout. This is about the truth. They threatened witnesses for Puff Daddy and Jay-Z. He was the messenger." Viewers flooded the comments. Is Jay-Z the new Suge Knight? This is deeper than Diddy. The whole tower's shaking now. Katt Williams is the hero we didn't know we needed. But behind the scenes, a much darker game was being played, according to an anonymous ROC Nation staffer. An emergency internal meeting was held 24 hours after Katt went live. The agenda: damage control. This insider leaked a redacted internal email memo dated the morning after the clip dropped. The subject line: reputation strategy contained KW. And inside, a chilling line: if direct communication fails, use asset discredit strategy. Tied to mental health history. Reference: past arrests. Push instability narrative. Yes, you read that right? They were allegedly planning to discredit Katt Williams not by addressing the footage, but by painting him as mentally unstable. Again, sound familiar? Because this is exactly what Katt warned us about in his previous interviews. That when someone speaks truth in Hollywood, they get hit with a crazy label. But this time, Katt came prepared. He immediately posted a screenshot of the leaked memo on his Instagram story and captioned it, "Try again. That strategy expired in 2016. The internet exploded suddenly. It wasn't just Katt versus Jay-Z, it was truth versus manipulation. And then came the first major twist. A phone call recording surfaced allegedly between a Roc Nation exec and someone believed to be tied to Diddy's legal team. The call was short, tense, and eerie. Exec, is it handled? Its voice. One flipped. Others thinking about it. Exec, we don't have time for thinking. This needs to be sealed before the feds link him to redacted. Voice, understood. I'll remind them what's at stake. Nobody knows who exactly leaked the call. Some say it was the same disgruntled ROC Nation staffer. Others believe Katt has a network of whistleblowers ready to torch everything. But the message was loud and clear. Jay-Z wasn't just helping Diddy out of friendship. He was allegedly helping cover something way bigger. And fans started putting it together. Reddit forums lit up with timelines, theories, voice comparisons. YouTubers dropped 3-hour breakdowns analyzing the waveform of Jay's voice in the footage. Even TikTok lawyers started weighing in on the legal implications of the threat. One viral TikTok featured a criminal attorney stating,
He lined up D. Haven, stole his life and identity. He lined up Big L, stole his life and identity. He lined up Dame Dash, stole his life, identity, and took his love. Lined up R. Kelly. He wants to be the one.
If that's truly Jay-Z's voice in that footage, and it was done to intimidate witnesses in a federal case, that's obstruction of justice. Minimum 5 years. No joke. Meanwhile, Jay-Z was visibly rattled, a source close to him claimed. He canceled 2 meetings, pushed back an Ivy Park rollout, and skipped a private ROC Nation brunch that weekend. But the weirdest part? Beyoncé has said nothing. No posts, no subtle captions. No silent loyalty, and people noticed, in fact. Several fan pages claim she unfollowed a few ROC Nation associates right after the leak, though these claims remain unconfirmed. Meanwhile, Diddy, silent? But multiple sources confirm that he's cut off contact with Jay's team, which raises the question, Jay was protecting Diddy. Why is Diddy ghosting him now? Insiders whisper that Diddy fears Jay may flip if federal heat increases. Some even say that Jay-Z is now being quietly advised to distance himself legally from the Combs empire. And now, there's talk that Katt Williams may testify. Yes-testify. According to 2 separate legal sources. Federal investigators are interested in speaking to Katt about how he obtained the video and whether he knows more about who else might be involved. Katt has reportedly agreed to cooperate, but on his terms. He told one blog in a voice note, "If I talk, I'm naming everybody. You open the door, I'm walking all the way in." And that, my friends, might be the twist Jay-Z feared the most. Because Katt isn't scared. He's not trying to protect brand deals or PR optics. He has nothing left to lose, and a whole lot of truth to tell. And if this is what he leaked first, just imagine what's still locked away, just when it seemed like things couldn't spiral any further. The universe tossed gasoline on the fire, because while Jay-Z scrambled behind the scenes, and Katt Williams gathered his army of receipts, a second celebrity's name exploded into the headlines. Kevin Hart. Yes-Mr. Box Office, Mr. Family Man, Mr. Stay Out of Drama. And now, it's being linked to the same witness tampering circle allegedly organized by Jay-Z. According to an anonymous whistleblower working inside a private PR crisis firm in Los Angeles, Kevin Hart was present during one of the off-court meetings between ROC Nation and 2 individuals believed to be providing testimony in a sealed case connected to Diddy's sexual misconduct allegations. The leak came in the form of an internal memo dated February 2024. The subject line, mitigation session, confidential participants, JZKHJD Legal Counsel. The initials were vague, but the connection was crystal clear. The memo outlined strategies to avoid escalation of testimony risk, identify loyalty vulnerabilities, and control post-trial narrative with non-disclosure alignment. Read more like a script for an episode of Scandal than a legal strategy. And when blogs caught wind, Kevin Hart's name trended in less than 30 minutes. Not Kevin in the witness fixer squad. This some Illuminati evil madness. Jay, Diddy, and Kevin. I thought Kev only fixed cheating rumors, not federal investigations. But it didn't stop there, because the same insider who dropped the memo claimed a surveillance tape from inside ROC Nation HQ, which allegedly shows Kevin, Jay, and a third unknown man discussing mitigation language for a press statement, was deleted off the server just hours before the Katt Williams footage leaked. Deleted. Why? Because according to Katt's people, That tape contradicted the official narrative DJ's team gave to the press, namely, that Jay had no knowledge or connection to any witness behavior related to Mr. Combs. So now we've got a deleted tape, a leaked internal legal memo, a new celebrity caught in the crossfire, and a timeline that puts Jay-Z right in the middle of witness interference. And here's where it gets even scarier. One of the witnesses has gone missing. Let that sink in. According to the Daily Leak, a 28-year-old woman known only as TR Wad, who was allegedly scheduled to testify in a civil case tied to Diddy's 1999 Bad Boy events, has not responded to her attorney, family, or federal handlers since April 22nd. Her last known location, a hotel booked under a ROC Nation affiliate account. Insiders believe she was the second individual shown in the video leaked by Katt, one looking visibly shaken as Jay-Z allegedly delivered his veiled threats. Now, she's vanished. Theories are flying. Some say she's been silenced. Others claim she's been moved for protection. One blogger even alleged that a settlement was paid under a non-disclosure veil to remove her from the public. But there's no proof, no official comment, only silence. And if there's one thing this situation has taught us, silence is always hiding something. Meanwhile, Kevin Hart's response: a single tweet, deleted after 20 minutes. It read, "Sometimes minding your business ain't enough." Fans were quick to screenshot and decode it, so you were in the room. Kev knew what was up and dipped. If Kevin starts talking, Jay's cooked. And that brings us to the next major leak this time. From inside one of Jay-Z's music distribution partners, an anonymous audio engineer posted a blurred image of a project file named PR_CTRL_master224, tagged with the names Jay-Z, Katt, and K Damage Mitigation _alt. What's in that file? No one knows. But the engineer claims it's part of a scrapped Jay-Z diss track aimed at Katt Williams, meant to drop if things got ugly. Apparently, Jay was preparing to flip the narrative by rapping about clown behavior and rats chasing limelight, and even allegedly mocked Katt's past legal troubles. But when the actual witness video leaked, the track was reportedly shelved per Beyoncé's direct request. Yup, according to two close sources. Beyoncé pulled the plug. One said, she told him, "This isn't a rap beef, this is federal. Sit down," and ever since, Jay has been silent, no tweets, no statements, no appearances. Just locked doors, blocked numbers, and heavy PR walls. But Katt, he just posted another video teaser. This time he said, "I ain't done. Y'all think it's just one clip? Nah, I got tapes, dates, names, and a breakdown of who paid who to do what. And if they don't come clean, I'll come back with something that'll shut the whole house of cards down." Then he ended with a single line. Next up, ROC Nation's darkest secret fade to black. The streets are talking. The internet is melting, and the industry is in chaos.
Gloria is saying, "Hey, we need to get him medical help because he's too drugged up.
Get an ambulance, get him out of here."
And according to Manzaro, Emilio steps in and says, "No, we're not doing that," and shoves Gloria out of the way, and then they take this guy through a tunnel from the Estefan's house to Diddy's home. Now this is on Star Island in Miami. They do actually...
Katt Williams' leaked footage didn't just make headlines, it caused a full-blown cultural earthquake. Jay-Z, once untouchable, is now being referred to on Twitter as the godfather of witness pressure. Kevin Hart, the happy-go-lucky comedian, has been branded silent partner in the Fixer files. And the memes. Savage. A viral meme showed Jay-Z in a Godfather suit photoshopped over Diddy's mansion with the caption, "Fix the vibes." Or else, another one showed Beyoncé packing a suitcase with the quote, "I told you to drop a verse, not drop the feds at our door." Even TikTok is flooded with skits of Jay whispering into phones. "You about to testify? You sure about that?" But while the jokes fly, the industry is dead serious. Corporate brands are distancing themselves from the ROC Nation camp. A high-end watch company reportedly pulled out of a multi-million-dollar ad deal with Jay-Z One luxury champagne. Brand has paused promotion of Jay's signature product. A ROC Nation rep tried to do damage control in an interview with Vibe, saying, "We are pursuing all legal options against defamatory leaks. And we will not be engaging in a back and forth rooted in manipulation." But no one's buying it. Joe Budden went OFF on his podcast. "Jay-Z ain't never had to move like this. This ain't chess, it's his panic. If Katt's lying, sue him. Not silence is confession." Charlemagne Thaw God, who's typically pro-Jay, admitted this is looking bad. "If that really is Hov's voice, and if that woman's really missing, I can't defend that." But it's not just media. Behind closed doors, a quiet civil war is brewing inside the music industry. Sources say there's major tension between ROC Nation artists and their management teams. One rising R&B singer reportedly told her agent, "If they find out I'm tied to this and I lose my brand deals, I'm suing." Even longtime allies are jumping ship. A ROC Nation-affiliated producer anonymously told Hollywood knocked. "We were told to shut up and trust the process." But this ain't about protecting the culture. This is about protecting Diddy. And now it's costing everyone. Meanwhile, Beyoncé's silence is deafening. She hasn't said a word. But her camp allegedly canceled a scheduled appearance with Jay-Z at an upcoming Foundation gala. And the Bayhive. They've drawn a line. Protect Bay at all costs. This Jay mess is not our problem. She built an empire, and he out here playing mobster for Diddy. Beyoncé, don't co-sign witness tampering. Period. Then came the fan theories. Reddit exploded with timelines, symbolism breakdowns. And theories that Jay's move wasn't just loyalty, was a favor owed. One thread claimed Jay got access to private tape libraries back in the day, stuff Diddy owned. And in return, he became Diddy's silent partner. Other pointed out that Jay and Diddy had overlapping attorneys and security personnel, raising questions about how deep this partnership really goes. Meanwhile, blogs like the Shadroom On-Site and Tea Tenders are spilling non-stop insider tea. One claimed Jay's team offered a six-figure hush settlement to a former ROC Nation intern who witnessed one of the private fixer meetings in early 2024. She allegedly turned it down, and now she's ready to talk.
Jay-Z is setting Diddy up!
Talk. The streets are thirsty. The courts are circling. The feds are reportedly reviewing all relevant footage tied to both ROC Nation and Bad Boy affiliates. And through it all, Katt Williams is chilling. He posted a photo of himself sipping tea with the caption, "A king speaks softly, but carries the truth in surround sound." Mic dropped. Just when the dust seemed ready to settle, just when the headlines started. Recycling the same footage, a shadow emerged, a name that hadn't been uttered in years, a name that many assumed was permanently blacklisted. Jaguar Wright. That's right, Jaguar. The controversial singer turned whistleblower who had already accused major industry players of manipulation, cover-ups, and abuse. And now, she just stepped forward with her OWN claims about Jay-Z's role in Diddy's empire of secrets in an impromptu Instagram Live. Visibly shaken but fiery as ever, Jaguar said, "I tried to warn y'all. I told you this wasn't just about music. This is about power. This is about silence." And this, what Katt's revealing, that's the top of the pyramid. But beneath it, a room's full of pain. Then Jay knows every key. She then claimed she had audio tapes from as far back as 2003. When she was allegedly present during meetings at studios where Jay-Z, Diddy, and several handlers discussed protecting assets and burying distractions. They called it cleaning up mess. But what it really meant was controlling victims. In the middle of the live, over 32,000 people tuned in. Comments flew, Jag coming back. Now it's real. She's the missing puzzle. Peace, first Katt. Now Jaguar, who's next? But the most shocking claim came near the end. Jaguar leaned in close to the camera, took a breath, and whispered, "You think this ends with Jay? I know who gave the order, and if Katt doesn't say it, I will." Cut to black. But what does that mean? Is Jay-Z not the top of the chain, but merely another piece in someone else's power structure? Because right after Jaguar went live, Katt Williams posted a cryptic countdown timer on his Instagram page, 72 hours. With just 3 words. Next one hits, the timer's backdrop, a blurred image that fans have now enhanced, and it shows what appears to be a private island, with 3 silhouettes in the foreground. Rumors are flying. Some say it's Jay, Diddy, and another mogul. Others believe the image was taken during one of those infamous industry retreats where, as Katt previously claimed, deals are made and secrets are signed in blood. Meanwhile, ROC Nation insiders are reportedly scrambling. One anonymous source told Page 6, "There's a sense of doom in the air. Everyone's watching Katt's page like it's the NYSC. If he leaks what we think he's about to leak, there's no coming back. Even mainstream media is catching on." CNN ran a heavily censored segment on celebrity witness tampering allegations. The New York Times quietly dropped a piece titled, "Can Fame Shield You from the Law?" And now, federal agents are rumored to be requesting full statements from several ROC Nation partners. There are whispers of a grand jury forming. And Katt, he posted a final message before going silent again. "The footage you saw that was just to wake y'all up. But the next one's gonna burn everything down. End of transmission. And just like that, the illusion shattered. What started as whispers from Katt Williams has now grown into a full-blown storm engulfing some of the most powerful names in music history. Jay-Z the King, the mogul, the empire builder, now exposed as a possible enforcer, a fixer, and maybe, just maybe, a man protecting something far darker than we ever imagined, with Jaguar rights stepping back into the spotlight. With leaked footage, missing witnesses, and a countdown ticking on Katt Williams' page, the truth is clawing its way out, so now we turn to you. Do you believe Jay-Z was working as Diddy's behind-the-scenes fixer? Was Katt Williams brave or reckless for leaking the video to the public? Hey, what do you think? That countdown means? What's coming in 72 hours? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Every theory, every angle. Let's break it all down together. Smash that like button if your jaw dropped at least once in this video. Hit subscribe and turn on that notification bell, because trust us, the next drop could change everything. We're just getting started, from sealed tapes to secret islands to grand jury whispers. The music industry may never be the same again, and you haven't heard the last of this story. Not even close.